Hello, my name's Sam Calagione. I'm the founder and president of Dogfish Head Craft Brewery.
I think the other key to grow a company in a way that it can be very distinct, particularly if it's in a consumer product oriented world where branding is so critical and differentiates you, and inevitably in most product categories you're usually up against a duopoly or a few monolithic giant companies that have the majority of market share. As we in America, 2 foreign companies have over 80% market share, so that we're certainly in that case. I would say that the other thing that I think matters in the long term in growing a company is the prioritizing, as the founder and person charged with the creative direction of the company, prioritizing time roaming outside of your business. And I define roaming as paying a lot of attention and time on worlds that that can inform your company and where it's going, but are outside of the industry of your company. And for example, you know, at Dogfish Head, we don't advertise outside of a few Beer Geek publications and locally for our pub. And we put ads in those publications to support the journals that support our industry and helped it grow. But I never once I put those ads in those papers, or once we do, I never pick up those magazines and look at them, because I don't want to be I don't want my creative vision for Dogfish to be biased by, whether consciously or subconsciously, looking at what other friendly competitor small breweries are doing. What I pride myself on, and what I'm really proud of what we've accomplished at Dogfish, is you look at like our timeline of when we did a dark IPA, or when we did a wood-aged beer, or when we did a wild yeast-aged beer, and it's way in front of where the trends are in our industry. And if I was reading publications in my own industry, regardless of what industry you're in as an entrepreneur, you're only acting reflexively or defensively as you're growing your business. Whereas if I can roam outside of the beer world, and I read a lot in the world of art and in music, I can absorb what I learn in those worlds and let them inform what we're doing in Dogfish Head in a way that'll bring us distinction and keep us innovating, as opposed to spending a lot of energy, spending time interacting with or watching and reacting to what other breweries are doing. I spend no energy or no, you know, and the biggest tool for that is recognizing there's way more entrepreneurial karma in spending a lot of your time on collaboration instead of competition. And traditionally the model is always be analyzing your industry and try to beat your opponents in your industry. That whole beer is war type or business as war type of mentality, I don't get at all. It might work if you work at P&G or Anheuser-Busch and you're a market leader and your job is just to stay the market leader. But when you're in a niche business, as almost any entrepreneur is, there's way more to gain on figuring out the right entities and people to collaborate with to enhance your brand and your company than there is spending all that energy on how to fight the powers in your industry. And so for us, you know, I try to take a really broad approach to collaboration. We'll collaborate with other breweries and we learn there. Right now we're doing a collaboration with Sierra Nevada, the brewery that inspired me to get into business, and you can imagine how proud I am to do that and get to know the owners of that family-owned company, and I can learn from them what they do, but I never try to copy what they do. It's just trying to do something complement, and they learn from us. But really, if you look at Dogfish and you look at like our collaborations with, right now we're doing one with the band The Grateful Dead. Right now we're doing one with a pickle company in Brooklyn called Brooklyn Brine. Right now we're doing one with a glass company, a many centuries old glass company in Europe, designing a unique glass for an IPA. And if a business coach came into this building and saw the founder of the company on a couch like I was this morning on a phone with a guy designing a label for a project we're doing in the UK, that company is going to get most of the revenue from it, but it'll put our brand in the UK market. or they see me up making a little vat of pickles in Brooklyn, they'd say that if this was a public company, that guy should probably get fired. He's not focusing on beating the competition like he should be. But the people that I've surrounded myself with know that I'm not good at deciding, what the structure of our health insurance should be. I'm better off doing a little vat of pickles up in New York and figuring out a way to make a pickle with beer ingredients that's never been made before. So I've earned that latitude to do what I'm good at, and that ability to roam and learn in industries outside yourself informs an entrepreneur's path. Internally and externally. Internally, you can learn from how different companies work in different industries, and maybe you learn things about the way they run that you can bring into your company and can be absorbed by your company culture if it's a good fit. And externally, what it means is the brand of Dogfish, and I always think and filter everything through the shield of Dogfish in my mind, and how does this inform our shield? Does it help it? Does it make it resonate more? Does it hurt it? Does it eat away its integrity, or does it enhance its integrity? And being recognized as the brewery that came up with a really innovative pickle means that pickle aficionados will think of Dogfish Head when they think of innovative, creative breweries. Collaborating with Miles Davis's family on Bitches Brew means that if we did it well, and I think we did, jazz lovers will say, I'm going to the store and buying some beer. You know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to buy beer from that brewery that did that really interesting collaboration with Miles Davis. So it's really exponential in terms of its ability to enhance your brand. If you collaborate with partners in an industry that can overlap, you can find a creative overlap with your own, even though on the page it looks like, why are you spending time on roaming in that world instead of focusing on the beer world? So that ability to roam, I think, is really critical for building an entrepreneurial brand that stands out in a crowded marketplace.